So where do you go after trekking into darkness? Apparently beyond. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Andrew here, and we're talking about the trailer of the next Star Trek movie, Star Trek Beyond. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, check out my description box. I put a link in there, and then you can leave me a comment and tell me what you think. Star Trek Beyond is the sequel to Star Trek Darkness and is the third installment of the J.J. Abrams reboot series, Star Trek. But it is not directed by J.J. Abrams. Oh no! This trailer has proof of it. I didn't see any lens flares. Yeah, I'm not going to let that one go. Now, while J.J. Abrams left the directing helm to pursue Star Trek The Force Awakens and its sequels, he is still producing this movie. The director position has changed a couple of times, though. First, instead of Abrams being the director was going to be Roberto Orci? Or who cares? He was screenwriter of the first two movies, and he also has writing credits on this third one. Roberto said in an interview that Star Trek 3, Star Trek Beyond, would be more original, and he wanted the film to stay in the classic Trek world. And then he was pulled from being the director. Now, I could jump on the bandwagon with all the other people on the internet and say that this trailer stinks strictly for the fact of the Beastie Boys. And I agree. The first time that I saw the trailer, I was thinking to myself, why is the Beastie Boys Sabotage playing the entire length of the trailer? It felt like a music video instead of a trailer for a movie. A Star Trek movie. Now I get it, Sabotage was the song that was playing in a defining moment in young Kirk's life in the first movie. I get that. But that song is a very old song in our timeline. After all, that song came out in 1994. That's over 20 years old. Whew, that made me feel old saying that. The point is, who are you marketing this trailer to? Now, are you marketing it to younger kids that don't know who the Beastie Boys are, or people of my generation? You know, the ones that had to fight for their right to party! Yes, there is a reason why I don't sing. Now, I remember the original series of Star Trek was supposed to be in the 23rd century, so this is like someone of this timeline jamming to Bach or Mozart. And yes, people in our day and age still listen to composers of that time, so it's not really unlikely for someone in the Star Trek timeline to be listening to the Beastie Boys. However, the editing of this trailer has gotten me worried. First off, why is Simon Pegg doing that crazy jump? What a bad camera angle. I mean, who would write something like that in? Could it have been Simon Pegg, one of the writers of this movie? And in the trailer, we can see that Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto are playing Captain Kirk and Commander Spock, respectively, once again. And if you were wondering, they did sign on for a fourth movie, so we're not done with them yet. However, for me, Carl Urban is back as Dr. McCoy, and personally, he made the trailer for me. I mean, he didn't personally make the trailer for me, but personally, the trailer was made for me? You know what I mean. He actually has a good line in it, and it would have been better as the last line of the trailer instead of what they had. Now, the plot to what I get out of the trailer is that the Enterprise is destroyed, the crew is stranded on an undiscovered planet, maybe? And that there's some kind of big bad out there to kill them. But the problem that this trailer has is, yes, the song choice of the Beastie Boys Sabotage for the entire length of the trailer, and James Kirk on a motorcycle doing stunt work. It's like they're changing the style of Star Trek for something like Fast and Furious. Oh wait! The director is Justin Lin. He's the one that directed the 4th, 5th, and 6th Fast and the Furious movies. Trailers are supposed to be setting the mood for a movie that is coming out. And I know when I think of Star Trek, the last thing that comes to mind is the Beastie Boys and Fast and Furious. I did hear rumors that Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be reprising his role, and it is confirmed that Deep Roy is going to be in it as well. I hope Benedict doesn't have a small role, but I know Deep Roy will. So I don't know if the people behind Star Trek was trying to go for a Guardians of the Galaxy type thing with song choice and action, but that's what it looks like. And there is a problem with imitating them. First, Chris Pratt's character, Star-Lord, is from the 80s. And he has a Walkman, so when he goes off into space, it's the only music that he's got to listen to since he's not on the planet for pop culture. And second, Guardians of the Galaxy had the action in it that it did because it was a comic book movie. Now, Star Trek is sci-fi, and I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any action in it, but it shouldn't be comic book action. Third, you're Star Trek. Don't imitate, innovate. Heck, some of the technology that we have today is because of your franchise. You're making other brands of Star Trek wince in pain looking at this trailer. So here's a fun question. If they rebooted The Next Generation, who would you cast as Picard? Don't forget to like and share the video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe so you get notified the moment I upload. And I will see you in the next video. Lens flare! It's an Abrams movie.